बैलेंस करना है। मूविंग अहेड टू दी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज़ कि अभी गवर्नमेंट जो है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, इंडिया में ब्लॉकचेन की इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए काफ़ी नेगोशिएशन चल रहे हैं, क्वेश्चन मार्क्स लगते हैं, कुछ डील्स होती है। गवर्नमेंट को मतलब क्या प्रॉब्लम है इंडिया में ब्लॉकचेन लाने के वजह से? आई वांट टू आस्क दिस टू यू, व्हाट आर द इश्यूज एंड गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स इससे डेवलप होने के क्या चांसेस है थ्रू ब्लॉकचेन?
Well, the first one is blockchain stands for decentralized control. So, giving the control to the people, and our government is very well based around centralized control. So, the principles don't really match. But that is the the first thing, a very big challenge that needs to be solved here. This will be solved later on when the pros of using blockchain in very different applications get very evident for people. Because India, as such, are not very first movers when it comes to blockchain, decentralized currency, and stuff like that. Other countries are very well ahead from India, by experimenting with a lot of things. Countries like Singapore, countries like China, smaller countries, uh, like island sort of countries are very well set up in their current scenario where they can experiment with a lot of things involving blockchain, and they're doing that. China just approved Bitcoin and Ethereum holding as legal, and the companies at company level, a lot of other companies are very well positioned in blockchain and are experimenting with a lot of things.
व्हाट आर द इम्प्लीकेशंस की ये जो रिलायंस जियो की और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट की डील हुई थी टू ब्रिंग ब्लॉकचेन इन इंडिया, अभी अगर रिलायंस कुछ कर रहा है तो अगर हिस्ट्री देखे तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और रिलायंस के काफ़ी जो पॉलिसीज़ है वो एक साथ चलती है, कदम से कदम मिला के चलती है। सो व्हाट आर द इम्प्लीकेशंस ऑफ दिस डील?
Yes, people get to know a lot more about blockchain. Blockchain gets exposure. That is sort of, I guess, the deal is very important. Now, blockchain as such is very modular as well. You can choose the features that you want to implement, but if you don't implement certain features, it doesn't become a blockchain. It's just a
ओके।
blockchain in the name, because at its core, blockchain is a replicated state machine. As I said earlier, if the data is not getting replicated, it is not a blockchain. So those terms, you have different terms that it's called distributed ledger technology, DLT, where this is the replication is not a where like the statewide replication is not a requirement. So immutability is something that the government is looking into, because immutable records, which are very difficult, practically impossible to hack, this is very interesting to governments, and that is why they are looking into it. And if some bigger brands like Microsoft, Geo, Facebook, these bigger brands like come forward with applications related to blockchain, then it acts as like people notice blockchain and relating technologies.
राइट, सो इट विल टेक सम टाइम कि गवर्नमेंट इस पे भरोसा करे, थोड़ा सा गवर्नमेंट को आए इस पे, और फिर देर इज़ अ वेरी गुड पॉसिबिलिटी कि इंडिया में भी ब्लॉकचेन आए। बट टिल देन द स्टूडेंट्स नीड टू बी रेडी फॉर दैट टेक्नोलॉजी। ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स हैं, एज नदीम सेट, कि जो रजिस्ट्रेशन उनके इंटरनेशनली होते हैं लेकिन वर्क जो है वो इंडिया से कर सकते हैं। सो वी आर एक्चुअली प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर दैट रेवोल्यूशन, फॉर द एडवेंट ऑफ ब्लॉकचेन इन इंडिया, but we have to prepare from now itself.
Yes, the advent is like there is no question about if blockchain is going to come. The question is when it is going to come forward into the mainstream of things. So it is going to come very early, as soon as possible, because of the recent news that we are getting. China is moving forward. CBDCs are central bank digital currencies, where your main currency is basically in the form of a digital currency on the blockchain, is supported by the government, and that currency is given to all of the people. Now, there are a lot of advantages of CBDCs as well, and China and other countries are looking forward. England is also going forward and are experimenting with these things. Now they will be rolled out very soon, and they will have first movers advantage in these scenarios, and that would become very evident in like the next year or something. So India and other countries are going to look at blockchain very seriously.
So it's not a question of if, but it's a question of when.
Right.
That's an interesting statement for everybody. तो नदीम, द थिंग इज़ कि अभी लॉकडाउन की वजह से काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स के मन में एक थोड़ा सा हलचल है कि जॉब्स में बहुत सारी कमी आने वाली है, जो ट्रेडिशनल CSIT जॉब्स है। तो कैन यू टेल मी कि तुम्हारे हिसाब से ब्लॉकचेन डोमेन या फिर जनरल CSIT डोमेन जो है, इस पे ये जो कोरोना लॉकडाउन और जो इम्पेंडिंग इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस है उसका क्या फ़र्क पड़ने वाला है, दैट इज़ वन। एंड सेकेंडली जो आगे के 6-12 मंथ्स है स्टूडेंट्स के पास में, जो थर्ड और फाइनल ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, हाउ कैन दे प्रिपेयर देमसेल्व्स टू बी रेडी फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ चेंज दैट
Right.
वी आर गोइंग टू सी इन द इंडस्ट्री, CSIT और ब्लॉकचेन, एनीथिंग।
See, recession is going to come और global recession होगा, ये तो हमको पता है। इकोनॉमी में से सॉर्ट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स आने ही वाली है, एंड और अभी हम देख रहे हैं कि काफ़ी सारे लोग फायर हुए जा रहे हैं। तो ये सो दिस इज़ रियलिटी, एंड दिस इज़ रियलिटी दैट वी हैव टू लिव विद राइट नाउ। अभी तुम जो खुद के लेवल पे कर सकते हो इज टू बी बेटर, अपस्किल योरसेल्फ, सो दैट यू आर नॉट द वन इन योर कंपनी जिसको ये मिले। और इंटरव्यूज चल रहे हैं ऑब्वियसली, इट्स जस्ट दैट बार थोड़ा सा हायर रहेगा, सो दैट कम ओपनिंग्स रहेंगी क्योंकि बिजनेस चलेंगे, रिक्वायरमेंट्स आएंगी, ओपनिंग्स रहेंगी, इट्स जस्ट दैट थोड़ी कम होंगी। सो यू हैव टू लाइक वर्क अ लिटिल मोर, एंड उतना लाइक स्मॉल टीम्स के साथ में। तो ऐसा कुछ सॉर्ट ऑफ आई फील के होने वाला है। इट इज़ नॉट वेरी ड्रास्टिक, एंड it is not something to get demotivated by. It is a sort of motivation that you can have to upskill yourself. Like from personal experience, yesterday I was interviewing this guy who is like for a full stack development role, and he was laid off from a big company this month only, and he interviewed at our company. And during the interview, I asked
Okay.
him questions. He knew a lot of things. He answered correctly, and he's on to the next stage. And probably he will join us. So that if you are skilled enough, even if by bad luck you get fired, you lose that job, there are a lot of different companies who are also hiring for you if you are skilled enough. Okay, so don't get demotivated. The only thing that you need right now is motivation to do more. And if you are motivated enough, upskill yourself, and it won't be a problem for you. Right.
Turning to the ending part of this podcast today is we want 3 quick tips about resume making from you, Nadeem. 3 tips, go.
Well, first one I would say that keep it very clean. We don't want your design skills to be shown or stuff like that. If it is simple, it is clean, it is good. Okay, that is the first step. Second step is it should be visible. If your experience, your education, your skills, achievements, these are some of the things that we want, apart from like co-curricular activities if you're good at sports or debate or stuff like that. The set a good priority of things. That is the second one. Third one is name your resume correctly. Okay, and if you are applying for, let's say, Microsoft, then don't name it my resume, your name, Google. Okay, why do you have to name it like that? I name it as resume, my name, resume, and the month that I updated it on, because it's easier for me to check what my latest updated resume was, and it is easier for your like agency or HR, whoever is collecting those resume, to skim through those things and understand that this is the guy, like this is the resume that I want to check. And some of these like small things matter.
Now let's move to 3 quick points for networking tips to the students.
Well, start early on LinkedIn, even if you're in a first year, and say that I don't have anything to put in my profile. That is fine. But if you can, build up your network, you have to start somewhere. So start today if you have not. Connect with a connect with a lot of industry leaders. Connect with people, experts, and people who have a lot of other connections as well. If you connect with me, I have around, let's say, 4,000 connections. So you get a lot more, field where you can look at a lot of more people's profiles because of you have connections with me. So the people who have more connections, connect with them, connect with leaders. So that is important. Apart from that, try to showcase your talent, your achievements on LinkedIn. If you wrote a Medium article, show drop a link on your status. If you did a new course, show that as well. If you made a new project, show that as well. So these are some of the things that you can do. And apart from that, I'd say that streamline your profile in the sense that it is not very in your face. Well, what I mean by that is, well, in the industry there are two types of people. Okay, here, like, there is the students who get into the industry, the one who have no clue about things, and there are these other sort of people who are sort of overconfident in their skills. You don't want to be either one of them. You want to be the third kind. Okay, those who are humble enough and they know that these are the things that I don't know. Okay, so don't get overconfident over your skills.
As you just give us some tips on resume making, so I have a doubt about that. Like, when I should be adding some technology as a skill in my resume, like, just we talk about AWS. Let's take an example of AWS technology. As you said, AWS has so many services. So if I know some services of AWS like EC2 instance or RDS instances, so can I add AWS as a skill in my resume? Will it be fair to add AWS as a skill in my resume?
See, the thing with resume is कि अगर तुम्हारे resume पे लिखा है तो तुम बोल रहे हो कि मैं मेरे से क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हो इंटरव्यू में. ओके, अगर तुम्हारे resume पे है तो तुमसे वो क्वेश्चन कर सकता है. सो यू आर गिविंग द इंटरव्यूअर दैट पॉसिबिलिटी कि तुम मेरे को इस पे क्वेश्चन करो. फिर ही आस्क यू क्वेश्चन एंड मे बी ही स्टार्ट विद कि AWS कितना sort of knowledge है, या फिर you could like have that sort of resume where you can say that like beginner level understanding or whatever. So if you can answer those questions, that is great. If you can't answer that, then that would be like something that you couldn't answer in your interview. So this is something that you have to decide on your own.
There are little amount of people who actually know what blockchain is and are skilled enough to work in this technology. Startups and companies are also paying high as compared to the iOS Android developers. And this is the plus point, because companies are paying high to the blockchain developers as compared to the other developers. But the resources and the learning resources, the if we have some bug or if we have to face some issues, there is a less amount of resources, or we should say, like, in Stack Overflow also not every solution of our blockchain issues are there. So what do you think, like, on this? They are paying high, they are getting paid well, but they have to go through this struggle. What do you want to say on this?
That is the thing, that blockchain developers get paid a little more than software engineers because resources कम है, debugging में time लगता है, complex systems पे work होता है, distributed systems की बात कर रहे हैं, multiple nodes की बात कर रहे हैं, P2P protocols की बात कर रहे हैं. So obviously you have to study a lot of these things to get that edge, right? And new field है, इसलिए तुमको like Stack Overflow ज़्यादा काम में नहीं आता.
So
Right.
that brings us to the end of this podcast, and in the end, Nadeem, I would like you to openly आपके जो thoughts है, जो भी second third tier colleges के जो students होते हैं, उनको what is your message, or what are the things what are the lessons that you have learned that you want them to learn from?
Okay. Well, first one is, I feel the people who are coming in from remote areas, the first thing that you want to work on is your communication. I know that your native language is very good. I know that it is the best language there is, and you can project your thoughts the best in your own native language. But this is not necessarily true for people, other people as well, because at the end of the day, language is used for communication to get your points across. So you have to adapt, and English is the best language that you can choose for because it is sort of widely known in business. So try to be focus on your communication skills, getting your point across, and on English. That is my first point. Apart from that, you obviously you don't have to be an expert in things. It's just that getting your point across is a very basic requirement, and they are going to be people who are communicating with you are going to be very patient with you. They are usually, from my experience, they are humble people, and they are people who want to understand what you want to say rather than the way you are saying it. So you don't have to be an expert or in communication. It's just that you should have that minimum level. That is the first thing that I want to cover. Apart from that, as we already said, colleges matter, but at a certain point of time after that, they don't matter. So it's better for you to cross that threshold very quickly, as early as possible, so that you don't get that setback. So that is also a point. Stay motivated. Your friends are really important. Stay connected with them as well, but at the same time, try to get your priorities straight. So I guess just by following these points and chill out, relax, and uh, you know just make sure that you don't burn out very soon. That is very a real possible scenario. If you keep balance of things, there is a possibility that you won't burn out and you would enjoy your work. That's it.
So ladies and gentlemen, this was Nadeem Bhati for us. Nadeem, thank you so much. बहुत दिनों से I wanted to have this conversation with you, और ये जो पूरा session है, I think this has been very useful to the entire audience.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed a lot. A lot of these questions were something that people used to ask me a lot of times. So I guess that I got this platform to answer them at one view, so people can just look up this and get those answers. Obviously, there might be some opinions that I could also get, so I'm thankful for that as well.
Sure, Nadeem.
So that was our conversation with you with Nadeem Bhati. So I think this was a wonderful conversation. We talked about a ton of things and I hope कि आप सब लोग भी इसमें से कुछ चीज़ें सीख पाओ, कुछ चीज़ें जान पाओ, ताकि you can get ahead in your career with the advice you receive from conversations with you. तो दोस्तों फिर मिलेंगे एक नए एपिसोड, एक नई इंस्पायरिंग पर्सनालिटी के साथ कुछ ही दिनों में. तब तक खुदा हाफिज.